Your quick news fix. The 30 biggest news stories you need to know today, August 15th, 2025. 1. Federal agents were seen near a major event attended by California Governor Gavin Newsom, sparking speculation of increased security measures amid heightened concerns about public safety in the state. Law enforcement later clarified their presence was precautionary, following recent threats received by state officials. 2. The ongoing feud between Hunter Biden and First Lady Melania Trump intensified, with Biden escalating public remarks and legal actions. White House sources report that both sides remain entrenched, leading to broader conversations about political rhetoric and privacy in Washington circles. 3. A missing teen case in North Carolina ended in tragedy as the young girl was found dead after a week-long search. Local police are now pursuing new leads in the investigation, which has drawn significant community attention and calls for safer youth protection measures. 4. A New Jersey township has enacted a controversial law allowing for parents to be jailed if their children are found causing public disturbances. The ordinance follows an incident at a local festival and highlights growing debates over parental responsibility in the justice system. 5. Florida officials announced the opening of a second immigration detention facility, dubbed Deportation Depot. The move comes after months of political wrangling over state versus federal immigration policy, with community activists raising concerns about detainee conditions. 6. Singer Sean Kingston is set to be sentenced for a $1 million fraud scheme that involved elaborate financial manipulations. Prosecutors say the case has unfolded over several years and reflects a crackdown on celebrity financial misconduct across the country. 7. Wholesale prices in the United States jumped by 3.3%, attributed largely to new Trump-era tariffs. Economic analysts warn consumers should brace for additional price hikes, and retailers are already reporting changes in supply chain costs and consumer spending patterns. 8. Federal authorities charged a Washington, D.C. man who formerly worked for the Justice Department for throwing a sandwich at a CBP agent. The incident, which took place near 14th Street, has become a viral talking point and reignited debates about tensions between residents and law enforcement. 9. A baby hippo at a major U.S. zoo went viral on social media, delighting viewers nationwide. Zoo officials say increased engagement is helping support conservation programs, and the animal's antics are being used in educational campaigns about wildlife protection. 10. A school bus crash in Texas left more than 40 students and one adult injured on the first day of the new school year. Emergency responders praised the quick action of witnesses, and the incident has reignited concerns over school transportation safety protocols. 11. The Biden administration warned India about potential secondary sanctions and tariffs in response to the expected outcome of the Trump-Putin summit in Alaska. The U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent indicated that India's support for Russia could lead to punitive economic measures. 12. India extended warm wishes to the United States on its Independence Day, underscoring the historical and far-reaching ties between the two countries. The message emphasized continuing cooperation, despite ongoing trade and geopolitical challenges. 13. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent called for a ban on congressional stock trading, citing eye-popping profits made by lawmakers that rival those of hedge funds. The move aims to restore public trust and reduce potential conflicts of interest in federal governance. 14. A new welfare scheme was launched in Tamil Nadu to support sanitation workers, including private sector employees, aiming to enroll over 1 million members by early 2026. The effort is part of a broader plan to improve labor rights amid privatization debates. 15. North Korea denied reports that it removed propaganda loudspeakers along its border and rejected overtures for dialogue from the U.S. and South Korea. Kim Yo-jong reiterated that her country remains steadfast against negotiations under current terms. 16. Melania Trump issued a $1 billion legal notice to Hunter Biden, accusing him of making false and defamatory claims connecting her to Jeffrey Epstein. The escalating legal battle adds another chapter to the ongoing personal and political conflicts involving prominent U.S. figures. 17. A cultural highlight came as a baby hippo at a prominent zoo went viral on social media, drawing public attention and increased support for wildlife conservation programs. Zoo officials highlighted how such coverage helps spread awareness about endangered species. 18. Crackdown on crime in Uttar Pradesh was affirmed as Samajwadi Party expelled MLA Pooja Pal for praising the strong law enforcement policies of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, indicating internal party tensions and the politicization of crime control issues. 19. Federal authorities continued their sharp focus on immigration policies, with the opening of a new detention center in Florida to handle increasing immigration enforcement demands. Activists remain vocal about detainee rights and the humanitarian impact of such facilities. 20. A tragic bus accident in Texas injured over 40 children and an adult on the first day of school, sparking renewed calls for stricter safety protocols in school transportation. Emergency services praised bystanders who helped manage the situation swiftly. 21. National security was heightened in Washington, D.C., with over 14,000 security and traffic police deployed for major events and political gatherings amid ongoing domestic and international tensions. Surveillance and snipers were notably present around government buildings and public venues. 22. The U.S. government denied reports that President Trump was brokering a ceasefire between India and Pakistan in May's Operation Sindoor, highlighting diplomatic strains. Indian officials sharply rejected the U.S. claims, emphasizing their sovereign decision-making. 23. Pakistani authorities announced the establishment of a new army rocket force to boost conventional military capabilities in response to recent setbacks attributed to Indian operations. This move is seen as a major step in Pakistan's military modernization efforts. 24. The U.S. pharmaceutical sector is bracing for new tariffs expected following trade negotiations linked to the Trump-Putin summit, potentially impacting drug prices and availability. Industry leaders call for clarity, as disruptions may affect both supply chains and consumers. 25. Tensions remain high on the Korean peninsula, as North Korea reiterates refusal to engage in dialogue with the U.S. or South Korea, dismissing peace overtures and denying reports about border tactical changes. 26. Political controversies continue, as the Aam Aadmi Party accuses the Modi government of shielding Gautam Adani amid a U.S. securities fraud case, sparking debate over governance and legal accountability. 27. A high-profile fraud case involving the singer Sean Kingston is nearing sentencing, revealing widespread financial deception. Prosecutors emphasize the importance of legal accountability for celebrity figures involved in economic crimes. 28. Washington, D.C. Authorities investigated an unusual incident where a man threw a sandwich at a Customs and Border Protection agent, sparking conversations about civility and tensions in public interactions with law enforcement. 29. The first day of the school year was overshadowed by a serious bus crash in Texas that resulted in multiple injuries. This incident has renewed calls for stronger safety measures in school transportation systems nationwide. 30. Wildlife conservation efforts received a boost with viral social media attention on a baby hippo at a major zoo, fostering public interest and donations. The zoo plans to leverage this attention for further educational outreach and conservation awareness. That's all for today's top 30 news updates. Stay informed, stay ahead. And if you found this useful, like the video and subscribe for more daily news.